So we live. We recording. Oh
Right.
man. What's up? I'm
What
Dustin
up?
Cowan.
Justin
Um,
Gonzalez.
this is my cousin Justin. Justin, let's talk about you, man. What's going on with you, man? How's everything going?
I can't complain too much, man.
Everything good?
Everything's good. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm kind of excited to go down this journey with you.
Me too.
Thinking out loud, thinking out loud podcast or thinking out loud show, thinking out loud video recordings as of right now. We don't know what this is about to be, but I guess thinking out loud came from like just in general, like thoughts that I've had on news topics,
Mhm.
sports topics, um, local stuff, incidents, life stories, just in general stuff that's happened to me. Um, let's talk about you though. So, like, what's going on? Like, where are you from?
I'm from, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay, what you doing
That's
out
wrong.
there right now?
I'm in sales, so I sell solar panels and I sell real estate at the moment.
Okay, all right. Now,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna get into it real too deep because again, this is introductions. But my cousin does way more than that. So my cousin has, you know, my cousin's an athlete right now.
Yes.
My cousin is a sex icon right now. My cousin is a model. My cousin is a father, probably first and foremost.
Yeah.
He's a brother. He is a
hmm
son. You
hmm
know, man of many hats.
Yes.
Man of
Sometimes
many
it's
hats.
funny.
Yeah. So okay, so we selling solar panels, doing real estate.
Mhm.
Um, recently you got a new whip.
I got a new web. Nothing too crazy, but
Nothing
I
too
got
crazy. We just gonna say new whip. We got a
yeah,
new
new
whip.
web. We got a new web.
We got a new whip. I'm not gonna
Clean.
front. I got a new whip too.
Hey,
Nothing crazy at all.
just something to get the A to B, bro. That's it.
Something A to B. So like when I say this journey, like I mean clearly there's a lot of people in the podcast space right now. Like you got your bigs, Joe, Cam with what it is. You got the Shannon
Right.
Sharps. You got the um, Shits and Gigs. You got a lot of big name podcasts. You got a lot of small guys that are leeches off some of those podcasts and different stuff like
Correct.
that. I don't want this to be like that, but at the same time, sometimes we're going to definitely hit the same topics other people are
Of
talking
course.
about, just because news is too newsy, right? You
Right.
know, um, news is too newsy. Um, I guess I should introduce me before I even go further
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Let's talk about you. Let's talk
Dustin
about you.
Cowan. Um, I am a site manager right now for my family's business, which is really on a low end right now. We really low. We slow. We dead in the water right now. But
That's all right.
after that, I do Uber right now. I'm currently a I'm a husband right now for the first time.
That is like amazing. It's
Crazy.
kind of crazy to still say.
I'm a husband. I have a wife. I have a whole wife.
She's a lovely woman, bro. This is like, it.
Thank you.
Dustin's married. Like,
Yeah,
what?
Dustin's married now. Yeah, I'm married.
What?
Let's see. I mean, clearly I'm a cousin. I'm someone's son as well. I'm not a father yet, but working on it.
All
And
right.
yeah, so I mean, I got things going. I currently, right now, to be honest, I drive Uber, and I'm not gonna front. I'm killing it, and I love it. It's a
I'm
backup
about to
job to
do
a
one
backup
too.
plan that works out for me and provides for my new family and my old family. So I'm currently living in Charleston, South Carolina, where it
hmm
is nuts. It's right now the number one tourist site, I think, on the southeast. Like more people are coming here day to day. It's just wild. It's wild. Um, man, but again, this is an introduction. I think because of what the season is and where it's about to come, I think what we want to hit on is like, so man, what's your New Year's resolution going on to this year?
My New Year's resolution. That's a good question. I think I think for New Year's, I think what I'm trying to do in 2024 is in 2023, I think I established a way of like I made way more money I ever made in last year alone, right? So it's like, all right,
Hey man, hey. So you made a regular wage in a regular amount of time because you got two baby moms. So you made
Yeah.
minimum wage
So
at a minimum rate,
yes. So
allegedly.
yes, allegedly.
I
So
got
what
you.
I think
See, I'm trained. I've been watching a lot. I got you. I'll save you before you jump off the edge.
yeah, so in 2024, what I'm trying to do is establish how to retain most of my income. I want to get my own businesses established, and I'm trying to not a I want to say a full step into no, I won't say half step, a nice big half step into getting away from a W-2. So that's my plan for 2024. Even starting the whole solar thing, I had like a 3-year window. So I'm going to be starting year 2 next year. After that, I do plan on stepping out of that and having my other things running. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, getting some passive income and just trying to get some other streams running. Uh, so I can get some a little more financial freedom. That's kind of where I'm at right now. And also discovering self, man, just like really working on me. So that's what I've been doing, chasing my passions and just focusing really on me. I haven't spent enough alone time myself. I noticed that. I'm like, wow, I don't really know myself like I should. So yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I've
you're
been.
looking good. I mean,
Oh,
you
we gonna
still
get
looking
better,
good.
man. We gonna get this summer
Yeah,
body ready, bro. We,
yeah.
gonna-
Yo, I'm back in
we
the
gonna,
gym. I'm back in the gym. I ain't gonna front like so. This
yeah,
past couple months been wild. So like recently, like my dad had open heart surgery, so
correct.
which was wild. And so like the past like I guess October November, it was just mass chaos, mass chaos, mass chaos, high stress.
Mhm.
Kind of one of the reasons why I kind of want to start this back. This is kind of like one of my New Year's resolutions. It's actually probably starting video recording again, actually starting talking to the camera again because I find it to be somewhat therapeutic, like
Oh,
somewhat
absolutely.
of an outlet, and like
Yeah,
I like to share. I don't have a I'm an open book. If you meet me, I'm an open book. If you ask me a question, I got it. I can't I can't lie. I can fabricate real well, but I can't lie about certain stuff that's going on in my life. So this is good to get started here to try to get that going. Try to get some things out of my mind that just stay up there because it spins.
yeah.
I probably sleep better, and it's also good to talk to my cousin. Like I mean, who don't want to talk to their cousin?
I know, man. And I'm excited because I think people are gonna get a chance to see how we interact.
Oh my
We agree
god!
on a lot of things, but at the same time, we know how to debate very well without getting like
And,
emotional.
and I'll be
You
honest
know?
with you, we don't agree on everything.
Yeah, we
We do
don't.
not. Like I
So,
find sometimes like I'm like, yo, man, like what are we talking about here? So like, I would say like to answer the question, like some of the New Year's resolutions. So like one of my New Year's resolutions this year is to stop watching other people be great and start making myself great. So like for
mm,
instance, like
I like
what does
that.
that look like? Like I watch a lot of podcasts. All those podcasts are great. I watch a lot of TV. All those actors are great. I watch a lot of sports. All those athletes are great. Well, if they doing something on video, if they doing something on camera, why can't I do something on camera and try to make myself great? My goal would be to somewhat spread the channel or get this channel a recognized, noticed by enough people to where, hey, look, they've got something over there. We got something
Mhm.
over here. Maybe something's worth something. If nothing else, some notoriety. Maybe another perspective on stuff. Maybe give some people some advice, give some people some incentives, some people some ideas, something to keep their thoughts, you know, coming out loud, or allowing
Yeah,
their thoughts to come out loud too.
yeah.
Maybe it comes through me, maybe it comes through you, and that would be like one of my goals with, for this year. Probably another New Year's resolution is to do better with my money.
Yes.
Not gonna front, just do better with my money. Last year, I recently I got up a little bit, then went right back down, and I'm on the way back up again. So that'd be another New Year's
Peaks and
resolution.
valleys,
Yeah,
peaks and
all the
valleys.
time, all the time. All the time, dips and lows, dips and lows. Man, it's so much stuff going on in the news, man. I think so this is just it's open, it's right. So pre-production was rough. Like I'm not gonna front. We started about like 7:30, it's 9 o'clock, right? So
Oh man.
we and we're only like 10 minutes into this one, and like we're trying to get everything straight. My computer needed updates. We had to figure out what platform we're
Yeah,
gonna do
kicked
all
off
this
his
on. Got kicked off
Zoom.
the Zoom. Got kicked off the Zoom meeting. Neither one of us want to play the Zoom subscription, so we'll see how this goes. But
cheap, cheap,
cheap.
cheap.
Very cheap, very cheap. So like that's interesting, but like I thought one of your topics was great. I think we gotta talk about your boy Draymond. Like I'm not gonna front. Like we gotta talk about him. Like I'm sorry. Like I mean I know it's probably old at this point. It's gonna be old when this is released. But like I gotta talk about him because like, he's been on my mind for a while now. I gotta talk about him.
So yeah,
So
the Draymond Green factor. It's kind of it's a crazy thing because it's like, all right, yeah, there's been other acts of like what he's done before, but it's like he just got suspended for choking a guy, right?
yep,
Like what, 5 games?
that was 5 games. Yeah,
He came back for what, maybe one or two, maybe 3 games
let's go three
tops,
tops.
and he's punching another another center. Like what is it with him with centers?
So you know, let's be 100% honest about that part of it right there. So we have alleged punch, alleged choke, alleged punch, right?
Yes,
Only one of those was a punch.
one of those was the
Poole got
most
a punch.
extreme.
Poole got a punch. Poole got laid out.
Well, Poole got a punch. Yeah, Poole
Poole
got
got
laid out.
what Smokey
Yeah,
would call knock the F out, right?
yeah,
Okay. That's the only person who really got punched. Me
correct.
and you used to WWE wrestle all the time. You know what a real chokeout is. Like we've done it on each other. I've done it you. You got me. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
probably done your brothers. Like
Yeah.
we know what a real chokeout was. What's the
I,
guy?
I
What's the guy? It's Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
He really didn't get choked out.
It was some acting, a little bit of
If I
acting,
had
but
if I had
it didn't look good. It didn't look
if I
good.
had to really sum up what that was the night that you know what that was? That was the security guard escorting a girl out.
I'm dead. We all seen that one, right?
You know what I'm
The
talking
crazy
about.
girl, all
Obnoxious
crazy.
drunk girl.
Yeah,
Security guard could really hem you up. You weigh a buck 50. He weighs
right.
300 pounds.
He's just kind of like this
Yo,
on you.
shorty. Yo, you got to come with me. You got to come with me. You still can do all of this, but because she's trying to get back in the club, she's choking her own self out. That's really what happened to Rudy Gobert. Like I'm not trying to front. I'm really not trying to front. That is I'm not making. I mean, don't be wrong. Is Rudy Gobert soft or is that like looking crazy to me? I think the Timberwolves look crazy to me because if my man's getting choked out, if he's really getting choked out, why
Yeah,
nobody
no
else
one really
helping
came to
him?
his back, his relief either. It was kind of like they just let him get choked out. You know,
I just could never see that happening with me or you and your brothers, or me on a basketball team. Like, of any
uh,
magnitude to where if someone else is getting choked out, I see them getting carried off, like I'm going that way if I'm not
oh
already
yeah,
getting something this way.
absolutely.
And I don't know if the eyes were on Clay or whatever not. Okay, and then what's the Phoenix center's name? What's his name?
Uh, Yusuf Nurtic. Yeah, Yusuf Nurtic, I
Yusuf
believe.
Nurkic, okay?
I think I'm saying him right. Yeah, big goofy dude, always injured. Yeah,
Everybody knows what a roundhouse kick is. That's when you spin and you kick, right?
yeah,
Okay, I don't think anybody knows what a roundhouse punch is. Like, first off, I don't think it exists. And also, I think if you roundhouse punching, it's telegraph. You're gonna get tagged up, right?
right.
Okay, so they're tangled up, right? And Draymond kind of flails. It's kind of like that bad kid that's in trouble when the teacher's trying to get him, and they're like, "Get off me!" Right? Like they roundhouse punch you or roundhouse slap you that way.
Right.
Draymond Green's like what, 6'5", 6'7", 6'8".
Oh, yeah, let's give him 6'7". I think he's about 6'7".
The center for the Phoenix is 6'11", 7 feet
Six,
tall.
11, 7 foot, maybe 7'1", somewhere in there.
I'd say he probably has about 20 pounds on Draymond.
Maybe more, probably 50.
So he knocks you down. He knocks you down. He knocks you down. Like I mean, I'm talking about. And I'm not saying this as like as a critique on who that person is individually. I'm talking about like as a person who's played collegiate sports, a person who has
Correct.
done a lot of athletics, a lot of
At top
or
level.
a
Yep.
lot of
High
sports play
level.
at a college level at one point, high school level clearly is my college is my cap. My best I guess show would be pin relays, and that would probably be the and that not my best show, but like that was probably my highest level of audience, right?
Yeah, of an event. Yeah.
Right. But like even then, like you know what I'm saying, like somebody wasn't coming up to me, just laying me out right then.
Right.
Not at that time. Like you know, and track's not one of those sports where you are like that. But like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. The one I think he should have got suspended definitely was with Jordan Poole, but that was in house. Not these two. These two is weak. Like I've seen, you know, Charles Barkley threw a ball at Shaq's head. Like
Right.
you know,
Right.
and I mean that's probably removed a decade at this point. And has the game changed that much? Probably. But like I mean, I think like I was saying earlier, and this is clearly like you know when we were doing pre-production. I think 90% of the time, if you're a parent, a coach, if you're a teammate, you want Draymond on your team. Like
Oh, 100%.
I want Draymond with me. I don't
Yeah,
care that that happened. Like you know, like if he's defending me, if I'm defending him, if that's what
100%.
it is,
I want Draymond on my
I
team.
want Draymond on my team, man.
Mhm.
I want
And
Draymond on my team.
I think it's a little unfair though, because like I think the NBA has its own agenda as well, right? So the NBA has to be is trying to be squeaky clean. They already had the mouse at the palace, right? They had
Right.
that in the bad boy Pistons. So they don't want this reputation of like quote unquote black thugs,
Yep.
punching people. And God forbid it's, Yusuf Nurkic. You know what I mean? Like to me, the choking looked worse than the punch.
100%.
So he only got 5 games for choking Rudy Gobert, but this other one's an indefinite suspension. So while I was in the barbershop earlier, it kind of came up, and I was like, "How is this any different than like the John Moran thing, right?" And this old head was in there, and he was like, "Well, all he did was flash a gun." So that's our mentality. All he did was flash a gun to some kids. He ain't hurt nobody. You got, but then Draymond, the wrestle slap punch, as you're talking about, right,
Yeah.
gets an indefinite suspension. But John Moran's been warned several times. He's been trying to play this role of the thug. You know what I mean? Like the NBA guy who wants to still be the street guy.
Right.
And I think his level of because he had flashing that gun one time. It's like, okay, so it's okay for him to flash that gun. So it's sending a message to everybody versus what I think Draymond did was more. I don't know the right word. Saving.
I got two questions for you. I got two
Yeah.
questions for you. Does Draymond get suspended this long as he's averaging 30 points a game?
No.
Does Draymond get suspended this long if does Draymond get suspended this long if
MVP
he's light
candidate.
skinned, if he's light skinned, if he looks like us, if he's light bright,
Ooh. So in other words, if Steph Curry threw that punch,
right? If it was Clay,
if it was Klay Thompson, no, absolutely not. But I think the suspension is because of the track record of like jumping on someone's ribs, like in Sabonis's ribs,
yeah,
right? He
that
kicked
was
LeBron, and
that to me was the worst one.
that was one of the worst ones
That
because
was the worst one.
that was blatant, right? Even the kicking the balls to LeBron. If you slow it down, okay, but in fast mode, it didn't really look like that.
Right.
Um, so I think it's just a track record. I think
Yeah.
they're just making an example out of Draymond. Like anyone else that continues to be like this guy, because you still have Dylan Brooks out there, right? He's
Right.
another character.
Yeah.
Who's another guy out there? Dylan Brooks is definitely one of them.
I'm not up front. I think the Joker will get down. I've seen him get angry. I haven't seen. I mean, the Giannis thing that recently happened with him getting the game ball
So
for
Giannis went crazy bonkers,
right. He
right?
didn't touch anybody,
He
but
ain't touching
he
nobody.
did put his finger in what's the guy for Indiana, the guard for Indiana Pacers,
Oh,
Halliburton.
he's
Yeah,
Halliburton. Yeah,
he put his finger in Halliburton's chest. Now I know that's pretty soft, like somebody put a finger in your chest, but at the same time, like if you switch that to a different uniform, a cop uniform, that's assault. You going to
that's just
jail.
all.
You can't touch a cop like that. You couldn't touch a cop
Can't
like
doink
that.
him. Can't doink him. No,
Yeah,
you know.
you went like that towards a cop. He might hem you up right there, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Arm bar you down.
Yeah.
So yeah, with Draymond, I mean, if anything, I think who's going to suffer the most is really the Golden State Warriors and Steph Curry, because that's his. They're like he's more valuable to Clay than Clay Thompson, in my opinion,
Yeah.
to Golden State. So
I'm
I
gonna
don't think
ask
it'll
this.
be the whole season. I
Yeah.
don't think he'll
Nah.
be
I
back
think.
maybe after Christmas,
Yeah. I think if they have a shot somewhere in the new year, I think he's back for
All
sure.
Star break, somewhere
Yeah.
around maybe
Somewhere. Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because Golden State is just too lucrative to be on TV. Like they need Golden State in the playoffs.
Yes. Yes, they do. And then I'm gonna ask this in closing, and then we can try to move on from here. Does Golden State trade them now? Clay and Draymond.
I think Clay Thompson is definitely gone next year. Do they trade him this year? It'd be smart, it'd be wise to trade him this year, but I think the loyalty, I think they're going to give Clay Thompson the opportunity to pick where he wants to go. Only because I think anybody and everybody wants to play with Steph Curry.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So
we're getting close towards Christmas time. Do you have your decorations up, man?
I don't, and I probably won't. Yeah.
That's a round of applause for you. I appreciate that. Now I'm not gonna front. I have a wife. My decorations,
Oh, they're definitely up. Yeah, me now.
my decorations are up, man. My
My
decorations are
tree
there.
is it's still in the storage unit at the old apartment. It's
Right,
still
you never getting it back.
nah.
Don't care.
Lost
Look,
the key and everything. I don't even want to drill the lock. Just keep it in there. Two
you
hundred
ever
dollar tree and everything. Just keep it in there.
yeah, you ever move and like look at the Christmas stuff and like I don't know, I know no, I've moved several times, but you look at the Christmas stuff and that's the last thing you move because you're like, yo, all this other stuff is way more important. And
Oh
then
man,
then the person
absolutely.
then the person helping you was like, oh, what's this box? Oh, Christmas stuff. You don't need it. You're
Christmas.
like, yo, I was trying to
And what's
leave
these
that.
20 boxes? Christmas stuff.
I was trying
Yeah.
to leave that BS at the last place. What did you? I don't care, man. I think I've lost. A matter of fact, I gave away a tree and I think I gave away my lights. And for some reason, after I gave away the tree and lights, I kept all the ornaments though. What sense did that make? That moved with me from Arizona here. That was
Some
wild.
metal values.
I don't know, man.
No tree for me this year. No lights. I think I'll keep it pretty basic. I think we're gonna do a little different for my kids this year. I think I'm gonna do well. My son's a little bit too young, but for summer, or my daughter, I shouldn't say her name, but I'll do a treasure hunt. So we give her a map and different riddles and questions. So it forces her to read, write, do some math, and use a brain, and then you can
Yeah.
find your gift. And whatever you don't find, Christmas next year.
I like that. I like that, man. I like that.
And she gets, so however old she is, she gets 7 opportunities to find 7 different things.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. What was I gonna say? So I guess we kind of hit gifts, kind of hit decorations when we do the Christmas thing. Um, what are you thinking about doing for New Year's?
The last couple of years, I've been low key. Um, I I used to just go to the top of my building while you were there, and just
Yeah.
watch the fireworks in the city limits. I don't have that option right now, so I either do that or maybe go down to Penn's Landing, or just keep my butt inside.
Yeah. I'm not gonna front, man. New Year's, I'm not gonna front at 40 now. I'll be
Maybe
sleeping
I'll
on the couch.
podcast with you, bro. Maybe we'll podcast that night.
Yeah, maybe we'll podcast. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll get some more of these videos cranked out. Some more of this content. I guess we got a couple more minutes here before we get off here. What are some things you're looking to do with this? Like, what are you think? Possibly some goals you want to set for like this up and coming podcast or video adventure that we're about to head on to. What are you thinking?
I mean, clearly some fans and audience would be nice, but honestly, I think it's just gonna be fun to just kind of get used to talking on camera and
Yeah.
then talking about you about like I'm sure we're gonna come up with crazy debates and like just crazy topics and just having fun. Like I just want to have fun with it, laugh. This is gonna be my way of venting in a way sometimes.
Yeah. And like
You
that's the
know?
thing. If you have a bad day, if you have a good day, man, if something like you want to celebrate something you want to complain about, this is like I'm trying to tell you, this is one of
Oh,
those outlets.
this gonna be the outlet because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel like I'm not crazy, but people make me feel like I'm crazy. You know what I
100%.
mean?
100%.
So
100%.
yeah, and honestly, just like doing something with you, I think this has been long overdue. I wish we would have did this like 15 years
Oh
ago.
my God! If we did,
Might be millionaires by now.
if I'd have known what I knew about YouTube when we were living together in Myrtle Beach,
Oh man.
we would be rich right now, bro. We would
Oh
be
my.
rich.
We'd be on a yacht right now doing
Oh
this.
my goodness, dude. First off, like I don't think let's set the tone for this. So like we're talking about Myrtle Beach 2000. I graduated in 2008. So 2003 is when I got to Coastal. So 2003, 2008. And I think you came down there before you moved in with me, right? You came down a couple times before you moved in with me.
Yeah, I came. Yeah, I came down like
Always had a
twice.
ball then.
Always at a ball. Always. Never a dull moment.
No,
Um,
not a dull moment. So let me set the settings for you guys. So we're I think how old were you then? You were like right at 17, 18.
First time I came, I was about 17.
So 17 and I'm
Hmm.
20. How many years apart we are? I'm 40. What are you right now?
We're 5 years apart.
5 years apart, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so if you're 17, that means I'm 23, right?
Hmm.
Now, I know people gonna probably do math real quick if they ever go back and look at this episode, or if they don't look at this episode, whatever. Yeah, it took me a while to get out. I was on a 5.5 year program for college, so whatever. Don't care. I got out of there when I got out of there. So this is height Myrtle Beach. This is still Black Bike Week Myrtle Beach. This is still
Yes.
White Bike Week Myrtle Beach. This is still um a month of May. What I guess that's March, April, and May of spring breaks. They go to Myrtle Beach for college. I'm going to
Hmm.
Coastal Carolina. This young, light skinned, impressionable young man with the hazel eyes is out there. And I'm out there. We get into the clubs that he don't have no business being into. Because I'm like, yo, that's my man. He's like, oh, come on in. He buying drinks. I'm like, yo, where'd you get a drink from? He's like, I got a drink. So we out there. We wilding out. We are wilding out. So like we're wilding out and like we're in Club Kryptonite for those who know.
Oh
We're in Club
man.
Kryptonite every night, and we're on in Broadway at the beach, Senior Frogs. It's either
Yes.
one or the other,
The other.
and we might walk back and forth to either one. Like it just
Right.
did not matter. Like that's how that's going, and so that's the setting. And so me and my cousin are living together and wilding out in a two-bedroom condo that I happened to own at the time with two separate bathrooms. We had a downstairs bathroom, studio apartment above, and
Mm-hmm.
so like pool in the back. I happened to have two cars at the time. He driving the Act with the stick. I'm driving the Honda with the automatic. And I think I
No
finally got down to
seats.
one. You said what?
No seats.
No seats.
Yo,
No
the only
seats.
man I know that could go to Kryptonite and pull girls like no seats in the car. They riding on metal. Like,
Riding on, yeah, that's right. Because I was trying to put my system in. I took my seats out. That's right. So no one
oh my
had a seat in the
goodness.
back. There's no back seats. It's a
I
coupe
was like,
too.
yo,
This is
you
acting
really,
as a coupe.
you really just pulled these girls with no back seats? Like what?
Wild times, man. So like those are some of the stories and some of the like settings, and I guess we'll have to set the setting up because that's a key because like I can't
Mhm.
tell a 2000s or early 2000s or late 2000s story without really telling the time frame because it is just a different time right now.
Oh, it's like 100% different,
Oh my goodness.
and it feels like yesterday, but it's like total. It's night
It's
and day
gone.
between now and then.
And I
Yeah,
guess what you saw then, you're looking today and you're like, I never saw the curve. I never saw it turning this way.
me
I
neither.
never saw it going this direction. Like, I mean, it was hints of, open sexuality. It was hints of open fluidity, but like, I don't think we were in those rooms. We were in different rooms. We were
Oh,
in, you know, for lack of better words, we were in the general room. I wasn't in the the house party room. I was in the general room. I'd say Club Kryptonite, that's a general location. I'd say um Broadway at the Beach, that's a general location. So like we're talking about the masses. We're not talking about the 1%ers or the 2%ers or the people that are doing stuff that we weren't doing. We weren't there. Um I think we went to a place that was like that one time. Like we went up to Dunes West, where oh no, not Dunes West. Sorry, that's down here. We went up to the Grand Dunes, up where we
Grand
went to that
Dunes.
house where the dude had the cigar room.
Yup.
That's a different
Oh, that
story.
was
That was
fun.
crazy house, was it not?
Man, that house was. Who was
That
he? A
was crazy.
judge? He was a judge, right?
He was a criminal prosecutor. The guy who owned the house was a criminal
It was a
prosecutor.
vacation home.
It was yo. So I don't know if you caught this that night, and maybe it was another night I was there. So we're let's set the setting. We're at this house in the Grand Dunes in North Myrtle Beach. Um, the young lady whose father who owned that house, she was in college too. She happened to be a friend of my friend, and I
Mm.
mean I couldn't tell you her name right now if I wanted to. So she goes, she goes, they go, yo, this is a nice house. She goes. This is the slave quarters. You should see the new one we built. She said, "This is the slave quarters. That house was amazing. It was
It was
immaculate.
amazing. Big
It
pool in
had
the
all
middle.
it had indoor and outdoor pool, and it had like 10 rooms. I was like, man, people just don't know what to do with money. But I just, that's the closest we ever got to probably being in that 1%.
Oh man, the cigar room was unreal.
Yeah.
Cigar, I mean, thousands of cigars, all in
Yep.
the built-in and like what, 15-foot ceilings with a whole cigar or smoke ventilating system.
You see the
The
people.
kitchen,
Go say it again.
the kitchen was crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
man, a lot of marble in that house. So we're that when people connect the TVs, I think he had the TVs connected before the TVs was a connect thing.
oh,
You know
it's
how like they're all sequenced where they all play the same thing. Like he had them. That
yeah,
was,
I'm all right. Yeah,
and this is like I don't know, I guess 10, 15 years ago now.
at least probably 2007,
Yeah, 6,
2006.
7, yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Because I was out of high school at that point, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, at that point I was down there. I was down there.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, you couldn't have been 17 because you were out of high school, but
Yeah, I was
yeah,
there.
man. Well, look, man, I'm not gonna front. We ain't gonna hold you up too much longer. This is just the introduction. Again, this is
Yeah,
the Think
man.
Out Loud podcast, TOL. So think out
TOL.
TOL. Think Out Loud podcast. I like the way that rolls. Not like LOL, but like TOL.
TOL.
Think Out Loud podcast. I am Dustin Cowan. This is,
Justin
and
Gonzalez.
we are signing off.
Peace.